especially when we're at home and he goes out there and goes 1, 2, 3 like he did.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Beautifully and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scafidi and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handled all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's #1 car wash. Make the double play every day with a wash and free detailing. Surf in to TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express.
Wash, chill, repeat. We're 10 minutes away from the Brewers and the Pirates. Brandon Woodruff trying to pitch the Brewers to what would be a 4th straight series sweep, and as we've talked about, a 12-game winning streak. Before we get to the starting lineups on the On Deck Show, built by Menards, time to pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. The lineups are brought to you, as always, by Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Supporting Wisconsin's critical infrastructure, visit WIIN at wisconsininfrastructure.com. Tough news for the Pirates in a series where they've been outscored 21-1 over the first 2 games. They just lost their superstar outfielder, O'Neal Cruz. He was placed on the 7-day concussion IL. Remember, he had a collision in the outfield last night, so he's onto the injured list. And against Brandon Woodruff, Ronnie Simon, the rookie who was recalled to take his place, will lead off and play right field. It is his Pirates debut, Ronnie Simon. Spencer Horwitz will bat second today. He's the first baseman. And Brian Reynolds, a day off of his feet. He's the DH batting third. Tommy Pham has hit some balls hard, but no hits in the series. He'll clean up in left. Nick Gonzalez, the second baseman, batting fifth. Jack Sawinski in place of O'Neal Cruz in center field, batting sixth. Joey Bart does the catching. He's given Pittsburgh its only run of the series with a homer on Monday. He'll bat seventh. Jared Triolo again, the shortstop, hitting eighth, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the third baseman, again to round out the order against Woody. Meanwhile, it's Mitch Keller, who has been a stalwart for the Pirates this year in the rotation, and he'll face these 9 for Milwaukee. Sal Frelick, our pregame guest, batting in the leadoff spot again in right field. Isaac Collins batting second again and he's again in left. Couple of red-hot hitters then. William Contreras and Christian Yelich, they have had exceptional series. Contreras hits third as the catcher. Yelich again the DH in the cleanup spot. Andrew Vaughn, another homer last night. Batting fifth, Vaughn is the first baseman. Bryce Terang has hit a home run in the last 4 games that he's started. Unreal. He bats sixth today as the second baseman. Blake Perkins back in there in center is hitting seventh. In place of Caleb Durbin, Anthony Siegler, another start at the hot corner. Siegler bats eighth, and Joey Ortiz continues to wield a red-hot bat in the 9 spot. He's the shortstop against Keller. The umpires presented by Cannon and Dunphy. The crew chief, Bill Miller, is behind home plate. Edwin Jimenez at first. Ben May at second base. Roberto Ortiz third. Cannon and Dunphy, since 1985, they've been leading the way, recovering over $1 billion for clients. For fairness on the field and justice off it, trust Cannon and Dunphy. Lane is back. First pitch fast approaching. Brewers and Pirates. You're listening to the Brewers Radio Network.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like...
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1966 with Billy Sorrell.
They flip with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice easy feed.
No, stay on your feet! No! I thought he was going to stay on his feet.
Uh-oh. The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose thought it was 6:45 first pitch time.
Oh, man, off the glove and off the dome. He's saying, oh, man, what happened? It's a moment that he'll never forget, and that'll be on the blooper everywhere.
Chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades. Roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
This is Al Feckler at Cannon & Dunphy. Call me old school, but I have such great memories of growing up in Milwaukee, going to ball games at County Stadium, cruising on Highway 100, even seeing Cannon & Dunphy commercials as a kid. That's because for over 40 years, Cannon & Dunphy has been leveling the
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
out of that dugout? Well, we've got the regular standard day game protocol where the roof is about 3/4 open. It's closed over right field, which creates some shadows that'll permeate right and center, left field in sunlight, and a lot of the seats down the left field line in the sun. But it's mostly open, I would say. It's brought to you by Big Fish Contracting. With decades of experience providing roofing, siding, and windows, visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry. Our drive around the league preview is presented as always by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. The Brewers have a season high and an MLB high 7.5 game lead in the Central, if you can believe that. What a turnaround it's been. It's the largest lead of any division in baseball by a couple of games. The Cubs tonight play Game 2 of their series against the Blue Jays, the best team in the American League. Toronto won last night. Just after 6 o'clock Central tonight, rookie Cade Horton versus Kevin Gausman, the pitching matchup. Rubber match just about to get underway at Busch. The Rockies and the Cardinals, who have split the first 2 games of the series. St. Louis tries to win a 3rd straight series with Michael McGreevy, the rookie, on the mound. And the Phillies and Reds have a rubber match at 4:10 Central. Christopher Sanchez and Hunter Green off the injured list to make the start for the Reds. We will see them coming up this weekend. Cincinnati's won 3 out of the last 4 games. It's time for Brandon Woodruff to make his 2nd start of the homestand. Brewers have not lost when he's pitched as yet. And to call the action here in the opening innings, here is Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. That is brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today at Boucher.com. Ronnie Simon will lead things off for the Pirates. Brandon Woodruff making his 7th start of the year. Brewers are 26-4 since Big Woo was activated and made his season debut down in Miami. He's been one of the catalysts of this recent stretch of Brewers baseball that has been so much better than everybody else in the league. First pitch to Simon is swung on and fouled back into the net, and it's 0-1. 80 degrees at first pitch, 1:11 our first pitch time here in Milwaukee. Woodruff looking in through the glove and working out of the windup here. The left-handed hitting Simon awaits. And the pitch hit off the end of the bat towards third, fielded by Siegler. Squares and fires to first in time and retires Ronnie Simon, this speedster, for the first out of the inning. One away for Spencer Horwitz. First pitch of Brewers baseball is brought to you by Carbliss, premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field and find Carbliss right here inside the stadium. Carbliss, less is more. Horwitz 1 for 4 last night. First pitch. And that one dropped in there a little low with a fastball. It's 1-0. That was a pretty good looking pitch actually from Woodruff, but our home plate umpire Bill Miller maybe not giving that lower strike today. We'll watch that as the outing continues. 1-0 pitch, and he missed down and away with another fastball. It's 2 balls to no strikes. About 89 to 90 on that fastball right now for Woodruff, but if you have paid attention to his last couple of starts, you would know that that velocity ticks up as the game goes along. This one is cued up the third baseline but foul, and it's 2-1 on Horwitz. That was a changeup, up and away, and Horwitz rolled it foul. 2-1. Brian Reynolds in the on-deck circle for this Pirates bunch that has been outscored 21-1 in this series so far. Brewers trying to make it a 12-pack of wins. Fitting for the Milwaukee Brewers. Here's the 2-1 to Horwitz, and that one's fouled back and grabbed by the net, and it's 2-2. Woodruff a 4-0 record, a 2.29 ERA. Out of the windup, the 2-2 pitch to Horwitz. Breaking ball, line down the right field line. That is a foul ball. just foul. It would have been extra bases if it's fair for Horwitz. Instead, we'll do it again at 2-2. Bill Miller, we told you, the home plate umpire and the crew chief. Edwin Jimenez just made that call down the first base line. He's the first base umpire. Ben Mays at second base. Roberto Ortiz is at third base. Brewers in their home cream uniforms. Tops and bottoms with the navy blue hat and the ball and glove logo on the panel. Woodruff's 2-2 pitch to Horwitz is a fly ball into shallow right. Terang racing out there. He'll give way to Frelick, who takes charge and makes the catch in fair territory. And there's 2 down now for Brian Reynolds. Brewers baseball being brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer with great taste and only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Pirates wearing their road grays here this afternoon. Reynolds 2 for 7 in the series. He's hitting .242 on the year with 11 home runs and 56 driven in. Woodruff brings home the first pitch to Reynolds. And it's a strike at the bottom of the zone with a cut fastball. It's 0-1. Woodruff started the first game of this homestand against the Mets. Mets came out aggressive. Woodruff adjusted and ended up going 7 strong innings against New York. The pitch, that missed low with the changeup. And it's 1-1 on Reynolds. Collins in left, Perkins in center, Frelick in right today. Siegler at third base, Ortiz the shortstop, Terang at second, Vaughn the first baseman, Contreras does the catching. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss at a changeup off the plate away, and it's 1-2 on Reynolds. Big crowd here today, expecting it to continue to fill in over the first couple of innings. Could have north of 40,000 in this ballpark today. 1-2 pitch is a ground ball foul at the third baseline. Nice play by the ball boy. I call him out when they don't make a good play. Got to point out when they do. Strong play, and he hands it to a young fan in the crowd. Good etiquette as well. 1-2 on Reynolds. The switch hitter up there is a lefty against Woody. And Woodruff's pitch. And that just missed. Ooh, fastball, maybe a touch low. And it's even now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Woodruff again out of the windup here. 2-2 pitch. Missed down and in, and the count is full. It's 3-2. Told you Pirates wearing those road grays. They've got the great patch on the left chest above the Pittsburgh script that says Cobra for Dave Parker. Lost him earlier this year. 3-2 is down and in, and Reynolds will work the walk. So a 2-out walk, which has not been something Woodruff has done much of, issue walks. Just the 7th walk he's issued all season long. And that'll get Tommy Pham to the plate here. Cobra, of course, an all-time great Pirate, also was a Brewer. So here is Pham. 260 on the year, 5 home runs, 33 driven in. Woodruff's pitch. Nailed the outside edge with a sinker. 92 on the radar gun with that 2-seam fastball. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch, missed down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike the count here on Tommy Pham. Collins stands in the sunlight and left. Siegler is basically being dissected by the shade and the sunlight right now. Everybody else in the shade. 1-1. And this is a ground ball back up the middle and into left center field for a base hit. Reynolds turns second, on his way to third. And the Pirates will have him on the corners here for Nick Gonzalez. Hard hit ball off the bat of Tommy Pham. Hit at 109 back up the middle. The fastball away, but on the outside part of the strike zone. And Pham extended and got the barrel to it and rolled it back up the middle very hard. Gonzalez hitting .276, 5 home runs, 19 driven in. Woodruff's first offering to Gonzalez is outside with a sinker. It's 1-0. Thought maybe Woodruff was going to have an efficient inning. He had 2 strikes on Reynolds. But then Reynolds ended up coming from behind in that count and walking. And then now the base hit for Pham. And it's going to be 20 pitches at least for Woodruff here, as the 1-0 is a swing and a miss at a fastball at 92. And it's 1-1. Brewers have an off day tomorrow, and then they enter a stretch of 19 games in 18 days, and I believe the number is 30 games in 31 days. Here's a swing and a foul back into the net, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So for the Brewers, every inning they get from a starter beyond the 5th over that stretch is going to be very important. Try to protect that bullpen, manage its usage. 1-2 pitch. That missed low with a changeup. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. They'll get a 27th man Monday for that doubleheader against the Cubs. Two balls and 2 strikes on Gonzalez. Woodruff's pitch. Chopper off the glove of Woodruff. Charging is Ortiz. He'll throw to first in time. He got him. What a play by Joey Ortiz. Deflected off the glove of Woodruff. Once it did, you thought, I don't know. And then you forget that Joey Ortiz is playing shortstop, and he's one of the best in the business. Woodruff put.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those 2 socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My 2 red socks, because, you know, there's 2 here.
That's the kind of expertise you can count on. For superior service and cost-effective solutions, partner with the best. Visit steam601.org to view our list of signatory contractors. Steamfitters Local 601, keepers of the craft, powering Wisconsin.
The first inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University, experience it your way.
Sal Frelick leads off the bottom of the first inning. A 0-0 ball game. Keller's first pitch is high, and it's 1-0. Mitch Keller making the start tonight, or today for Pittsburgh. 5-10 with a 3.86 ERA. Involved in a lot of trade rumors at the trade deadline. 1-0 pitch to Frelick. In there with a strike, and it's 1-1. Brewers have opened each game of this series with a leadoff home run. It was Terang on Monday. It was Frelick off of Skeens last night. 1-1. And a breaking ball. Chopped foul off the foot of Frelick, who's hopping around in a little bit of pain. 1-2 on Sal. Hitting .293 on the year for Frelick. 9 home runs, 45 driven in. 3 for 8 in this series. Told you about the home run. He's driven in 3. Sal taking a little bit of time before he gets back in the box. Keller out of the windup in the 1-2 pitch, and he watched it down with a slider. Count is even at 2-2. Our quick trip around the bases presented this month by Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks, and today's contestant is Stephanie Adaya from Clintonville. 2-2 on Frelick, the pitch, and a liner to left. It's going to carry out to Pham, who will make the catch. And there's one away. Sal trying to go the other way with that pitch. It was a fastball on the outer half of the plate, and he lined it out to Tommy Pham. One away for Isaac Collins. Yeah, if the Brewers score in the first inning, Stephanie will win a $100 Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Old Wisconsin Snack Sticks and Quick Trip. Pirates feeling like that was an accomplishment to get the leadoff man out. Here's a ground ball to second base from Collins. It is scooped up by Gonzalez, throws to first, and there's 2 quick outs for the Brewers here in the bottom of the first inning. That'll get William Contreras to the plate. He has had himself a very good series at a very good homestand. 8 for 17 on this homestand, 3 home runs. He's driven in 3 runs in this series, 4 for 8 in the first 2 games of this series. Starting to really drive the baseball consistently. Keller brings home the first pitch, and Contreras took a strike. And a generous one at that on a fastball that looked like it ran in by about a baseball and a half. And Contreras behind in the count, 0-1. Keller's pitch, a breaking ball, swing and a miss. That one off the plate away, and Contreras went after it. It's 0-2. Contreras has homered a couple of times in his career against Keller. 0-2 pitch. He rolls that one foul over near the on-deck circle of the Pirates. Stays at 0-2. 5 for 19 in his career against Mitch Keller. No balls and 2 strikes here. Keller brings home the pitch, and he laid off a sweeper down and away. It's 1-2. Pham's in left, Sawinski's in center, Simon is in right. Kiner Falefa, the third baseman, Triolo at short. Gonzalez at second, Horwitz at first, and Bart does the catching for the Pirates here this afternoon. Keller's 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. Went after a slider down and away, and the Brewers down in order in the bottom of the first. We go to the second inning. No score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Learn more. We'll take some more of that.
Smell it. Swing a line drive. Deep center. It's gone. A walk-off home run.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me, Smalls.
We go to the second inning here in Milwaukee. No score, Brewers and Pirates. Jack Sawinski will lead things off for Pittsburgh against Brandon Woodruff, who allowed a walk and a base hit in the first inning, but got out of it with no damage. Threw 23 pitches in that first inning. And Woody's first pitch to Sawinski's a strike with a fastball at 90 on the outside edge. And it's 0-1. Brewers have been trying to give Woodruff 6 days of rest when they can between starts. Pitch is way outside. It's 1-1. This one of those situations where he starts on normal rest. With an off day tomorrow, probably be able to get him back on that 6-day rest for the next trip through the rotation. 1-1. Missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, there's the doubleheader Monday, but that very likely would be a call-up potentially from the minor leagues to fill that spot. 2-1 is a chopper to first. Big hop to Vaughn. Runs to the bag himself and retires Sawinski for the first out. 1 down for Joey Bart. Well, nothing beats the heat like cold, creamy Cedar Crest ice cream. I've got a pint of Caramel Collision waiting for me at home after the game today. Perfect on a hot summer day. Grill up a tasty using our brat and add a little Pine River cheese spread along with it. Throw that in the bun, and then you've got the taste of summer in Wisconsin. Woodruff's first pitch to Joey Bart. He is a strike at the knees. 2-seam fastball that time. It's 0-1.
This is the first time, Lane, since he's gotten activated that he's gone on 4 days rest. That's the regular rest, of course, for a major league starter, but you're right. They haven't had to do that as yet. It'll be interesting to see how the body responds.
A 1 to Bart. Missed a little bit low with a fastball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He's been taking the ball every 6th day. This is the 5th day, as you said, but the 4 days of rest. So they've been giving him an extra day whenever they can. That's been the plan, and probably will be moving forward. 1-1. Down and away with a sweeper. 2 balls and 1 strike. But through this stretch, that's going to get tough to do. Unless you want to carry 6 starters, go with a 6-man rotation, which I don't think the Brewers probably would do for the entirety of this stretch. It may happen for bits and pieces of it. 2-1. It's a ground ball. Left side, diving is Siegler. It's under his glove and into left field for a base hit for Joey Bart. Well-placed ground ball. Hit just hard enough to sneak through. And there's a 1-out base runner for Jared Triolo. Siegler, good effort, just beyond his outstretched glove as he dove to his glove side. And Triolo 1 for 6 in this series. He pitched the bottom of the 8th inning last night for the Pirates, hitting 177 on the year, 3 home runs, 13 driven in. Woodruff's pitch, a breaking ball, and this is lined into right. That's down for a base hit. Stopping at second will be Bart. And the Pirates with some traffic again here in the 2nd inning. They've got first and second and 1 away. And the number 9 hitter, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, coming to the plate. Not hit very hard. He just stuck the bat out there and served that curveball into right field. Was not trying to do too much with it for Triolo. And now Woodruff could use a ground ball and an infielder here. First pitch to IKF, and he's got a ground ball and an infielder. To Ortiz, flips to second for 1, on to first. Not in time. A little bit of a delay on the exchange from Ortiz to Terang. And that cost the Brewers a double play. It was a double play ball. Brewers get the middle runner, but just a little bit of a delay getting the ball out for Joey. Terang made a good turn, and it is the right call. Kiner-Falefa runs well enough. He was able to stay out of the double play. So now runners on the corners, and 2 outs for Ronnie Simon. That looked tailor-made off the bat. Woodruff made a good pitch. Simon will take a strike on the outside edge with a sinker. It's 0-1. Those are the little things the Brewers rarely do. They are so elite defensively on the infield. Woodruff, the 0-1 pitch. He is fouled out of play, third base side, and it's 0-2. No score, top of the 2nd inning here at American Family Field. Woodruff out of the stretch. 0-2 pitch to Simon. There goes the runner. Pitch is low. No throw from Contreras. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kiner Falefa in there with a stolen base. And now second and third. But a 1-2 count on Ronnie Simon, who's just recalled today as O'Neal Cruz went on the 7-day concussion IL. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 95. It's still there when he needs it. And he blew it past Ronnie Simon for an ortho ASAP strikeout to get out of the second inning.
Repairing your knee.
I'm a physical therapist getting you back in the game.
And I make sure paperwork isn't the worst part of being sick.
Prevea Health, doctor-led, specializing in you.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
No score as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Christian Yelich, the cleanup hitter today for the Crew, leading things off against Mitch Keller. First pitch is inside. It's 1-0. Cleanup inning home damage with Loyal Family, located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. 1-0 pitch is found back and out of play, and it's 1-1. Yelich has had great success against Keller in his career. 7 for 18 against him. And he has absolutely raked against the Pirates this season. 16 for 33 with 5 home runs against Pittsburgh this year. Swing and a miss. Little late on an elevated fastball at 95, and it's 1-2. 265 on the year, 23 home runs, 78 driven in now for Yelich. Homered in both games of this series. 1-2, called third strike. Sinker, it was up, and Yelich is letting Bill Miller know that that was up. Christian not happy about it. Still figuring out the up and down part of the strike zone from Bill Miller here today. That's definitely up. That's a baseball, maybe 2 baseballs up and out of the zone. And Yelich, who has a great understanding of the strike zone, had a beef there. One away for Andrew Vaughn, who takes a first pitch strike. That one right down the middle. It's 0-1. Vaughn hitting .243 on the year. Takes another strike. That one a fastball at the top of the zone at 95. And it's 0-2. 13 home runs on the year, 51 driven in for Vaughn. 8 home runs as a Brewer. 0-2 pitch, down and away with a sweeper, and it's 1-2. He's driven in 32 with the Crew. Think about what his numbers were with the White Sox, and then look at his overall numbers. 1-2 is found out of play first base side. Stays at 1-2. And it is kind of amazing that he's putting together, on the whole, a very respectable season. Because he was not in that kind of a place statistically when the Brewers acquired him. 1-2, and that is hit foul and out of play, first base side. It's an acquisition that I haven't seen this comp a lot, because different type of player altogether. But in terms of what it's done for the lineup, 1-2 is way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Vaughn. And the kind of season the player was having before they were acquired and what they did once they got into a Brewers uniform, it's a little reminiscent of 2021 and Willy Adames. 2-2. Didn't chase his sweeper away, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Remember, Willy Adames was hitting right around 200 when the Brewers acquired
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so I would wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Rust holes in your expensive vehicle? Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection, only at Z-Bart.
Third is on. Here's Josh Mauer.
Thank you, Lane. Spencer Horwitz will greet Brandon Woodruff in this scoreless game. Horwitz flew to right his first time and takes one just a touch low. Two-seam fastball, ball one. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Pirates lineup. Coming up in the third, Horwitz, Reynolds, Pham. Out of the windup, the 1-0 pitch. Lifted into right. Long run for Frelick over towards the line, but Sal is there, and he makes the running grab. Good jump on it as always for the Gold Glover, and that's the second time that Spencer Horwitz has flown out to him. Woodruff could use a quick inning. He gave up 2 base runners in each of the first 2, but got through them unscathed. And that'll bring up Ryan Reynolds, who walked back in the first. No score in this series finale. Left-handed hitter, right-handed hurler, and a fly ball foul left field side and slicing out of play. Brewers baseball brought to you by the Wisconsin Dental Association. No dental insurance, but need dental care. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club. They can help you. 0-1 pitch, down and away on Reynolds. They can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Join at WDAclub.com. Reynolds 2 for 7 with a walk now in the series. The 1-1. Lifted foul again into the seats left field side. 92 miles an hour on the two-seamer from Woody. Well, we hope you're having a great Wednesday wherever you might be tuned in, as the Brewers go for 12 consecutive wins. Woodruff wind up 1-2 pitch. Outside corner, got him looking. Paints right where Contreras set up the mitt, exactly where Brandon threw that fastball. And Reynolds froze in with the bat on his shoulder. That'll be the second ortho ASAP strikeout for Woodruff. Start healing faster with Ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. So 2 out, base is clear for Pham, and Tommy takes outside, ball 1. The Brewers have been dominant over this 11-game winning streak. Nobody's playing better in baseball. The 1-0 pitch just missed. A little bit low with a cutter. It's 2-0. Pham singled back in the first. After going 0 for 6 the first couple of nights here. The first 2 games of this series were particularly flat-out dominant. 21-1. Brewers outscored the Pirates. Monday and Tuesday. No score today in the 2-0. Pham big swing. Fouled it straight back into the net. It was a home run cut. 2-1 though. The Pirates only had 7 hits the first 2 games total. Just 3 on Monday, 4 in the shutout loss yesterday. 2-1 pitch, Pham takes low. And it's 3-1. No score in the third with 2 out. Brandon Woodruff peers in at Contreras as the sign that he wants. Brings the glove up, now kicks the leg. 3-1 pitch. Pham takes low and he walks. Threw him a two-seamer, and that becomes the second free pass issued by Brandon Woodruff. A 2-out base runner for the Pirates will give Nick Gonzalez a chance. So Tommy Pham has been aboard twice. Gonzalez had an RBI opportunity in the first. Runners on the corners and 2 out. Grounded the ball off the glove of Woodruff. But the shortstop, Joey Ortiz, made a great play and threw him out. Pitch is lined foul right side into the seats. The Brewers trying to for the second time in the history of the franchise, win 12 games in a row in the regular season. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sinker ran in under the hands of the right-handed hitting Gonzalez. It's 0-2. Team streak. April 1987, winning that season-opening 13 straight. That's the record. This would be 12. It's the second time they've had a chance to do it in the last 3 weeks. Didn't work out in Seattle. Want today to be a different story. 0-2 pitch. Gonzalez lines it into right field for a base hit. Dumps it on a hop in front of Frelick. First to second goes Tommy Pham. 0-2 pitch. Got a fastball that was a bit up, and Nick Gonzalez able to single the opposite way. So each and every one of these 3 innings, the Pirates have had 2 base runners. But let's see if Woodruff, just like he did in the first couple, can strand each of them. Jack Sawinski will come to the plate. Power left-handed hitter. Grounded out his first time. No score. Woodruff from the stretch throws, and he misses down and in with his changeup. Sawinski was in the minor leagues most of this season. 0 for 4 in the series. 1-0 pitch. Low. To Seamer. It's got a lot of dip to it. Keeps going below the knees of these hitters. Does that sinker from Woodruff. It's 2-0. And Brandon's already gone up over 50 pitches. This will be number 54 in the outing. 2 out in the third of a scoreless game. And a disengagement used. Woody steps off to reset the pitch clock. Looks back towards second where Pham leads. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0. Sawinski swings over top of a changeup. Pulled a string. Great pitch. 2-1. Brewers are already only the 3rd major league team in the last 90 years to have 2 different 11-game winning streaks in a year. Here's another half-hearted swing and a miss, and another good changeup by Sawinski, who was fooled by each of those last 2 changes of speed. 2-2. And Woodruff one more good one away from getting out of this jam. The crowd responds in turn. Pham at second, Gonzalez first. 2-2 pitch. Fastball, got him looking. Oh, he nailed the upper outside corner with a perfect pitch, and that'll retire the side. Woody gets tough, throws it 95 miles an hour, and Sawinski could not pull the trigger.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling.
Will mark the underground utilities on your property for free. So remember, stay safe and call before you dig.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Banking with an experienced crew is a big home run. For personal or business finances, don't just bank with anyone. Tri-City, your hometown bank.
Mitch Keller's back to work. Still no score as we begin the bottom of the third with Anthony Siegler in the box. He takes inside, ball one. Siegler getting the start at third base today. First time in the series that he's been in there. Been getting a lot of regular playing time, though, splitting third base with Durbin. And he takes inside, almost hit him, but he skipped back out of the way. Curveball that was at his shoes. Did a little hopscotch. I'm not sure how that missed him. 2-0. Siegler hitting 200. No homers. He's driven in 3 in his big league career. And a hard ground ball. Back towards the middle. And it's through into right center field. Anthony Siegler's got a hit. It's bobbled in center by Sawinski. Taking off for second. Siegler, and he'll make it. Great hustle. Just a slight juggle by Jack Sawinski as he went to pick up the ball in right center field. Siegler took off immediately, and he gets an extra 90 feet on an error. Those are the kind of plays the Brewers make better than any team in Major League Baseball.
Just bottle that up and understand that that is Brewers baseball in a nutshell right there.
Runner at second, nobody out for Joey Ortiz, who has been on fire. No score in the pitch. Up and in, ball one from Keller. That was the 4th error of this series against the Pirates. And let's call it like it is. They have not played clean baseball. And the Brewers have just taken advantage of that. Joey's average up to 228. 1-0 pitch. Called a strike in the lower outside corner. Time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Today's contestant, John Kruger from Cudahy. Wins a Pato prize package with a triple. The 1-1. Breaking ball down and away. 2-1 on Joey. Good luck to John. If you'd like to be a future contestant, visit WTMJ.com. Woodruff just stranded at 2 more in the top of the third with a big strikeout. 2-1. Outside corner called a strike. That was a perfect pitch from Mitch Keller. It's 2-2. Joey Ortiz, after 3 hits last night, is batting .378 the last 12 games. How about that, with 7 doubles? Trying to move the runner, the 2-2. Down and away. Breaking ball not close, a full count. Sal Frelick in the on-deck circle. Keller gave up just 1 hit total through the first 2 scoreless innings. That was an Andrew Vaughn double. Now the Brewers try to get after him in the third. Joey used his timeout, now steps back into the box. 3-2. Keller sets right above the belt. Then he deals, and it's grounded to second base. It'll be played there by Nick Gonzalez. Sets his feet, throws out Ortiz, but up to third advances Anthony Siegler. Productive out. Hit the ball to the right part of the infield. And advances a runner to within 90 feet of home plate for Sal Frelick, and the Pirates will bring the infield up. It's another thing the Brewers have been doing exceptionally well, situational hitting. Now let's see if Sal can get Anthony Siegler home. Infield way in. Keller's pitch. Breaking ball grounded right past the drawn-in infield. Base hit. Sal Frelick into right center. Siegler scores. Sal's got an RBI single to make it 1-0 Brewers in the bottom of the third. That's the 4th RBI this series for Sal. And he didn't wait around. Got a first pitch breaking ball and he smashed it.
Take advantage of mistakes. It sounds redundant because it is, but it's the way the Brewers play this game.
Now Isaac Collins. 1 out still, Sal at first, and he takes a pitch that's just a touch inside. Yep, that slight bobble by Sawinski in center on the Siegler single opened the door for this whole thing. The Brewers turned it into a run. Now they look for more. 1-0 pitch. tipped off of the mask of the catcher, Bart. It's a foul ball. Joey removes that mask. Holding it in his hand as if he doesn't want to put the mask back on. Still hasn't. He's back in his crouch, but the mask is sitting on top of his helmet. It's as if Joey Bart's saying, "You betrayed me. I don't want to put you back on."
You and me are not friends anymore.
That's why they call the catcher's gear the tools of ignorance. He's got it back now attached. 1-1 on Collins. There is one out. The pitch is outside, 2-1. That's where we need Uke to tell stories about catcher's equipment. Sal Frelick at first. Brewers have scored first. Lead 1-0. And Keller working from the stretch. 2-1 pitch. Collins pops it up foul. Coming back and over the screen. It's 2-2. Here's a club you'll want to get into. Club Citgo. The super easy app opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Download the Club Citgo app today. 2-2 on Collins, who grounded out his first time. Keller's 2-2. Lifted foul left side and into the seats, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Josh and Lane and Kent Sommerfeld with you. 2-2 again. Chopped foul up the first base line by Isaac Collins to stay alive. We're in the bottom of the third. The Brewers have scored on an RBI single by Sal Frelick, who leads from first base with one out. 1-0 they lead. The Brewers trying to sweep 4 straight series to start August. Keller's 2-2 again. Down and in. Curveball. And Isaac Collins, what else is new? It's a full count. I'd be willing to bet you that there are fewer than 5 hitters in baseball the last 2 months who have seen more pitches per plate appearance than Isaac Collins has. Frelick leads. We'll see if he runs. He's going. The pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Throw to second base. Tails away and goes into center field, but Frelick will stop at second. It's a strikeout of Collins. Good pitch by Keller. 2 out in the inning. And Sal's got the steal to get himself into scoring position now with 2 away. Not a good throw by Bart. Boy, he's bounced a couple in this series.
Yeah, good throws. Got a pretty good shot to get Sal. I'm not sure Sal got the greatest jump, but that throw was way offline.
That was the jump you get when you're just running to stay out of a ground ball double play.
That's exactly right.
William Contreras up there. Struck out in the first. The pitch. Down low. A slider, ball 1. For every stolen base, the Brewers bag another donation for Special Olympics Wisconsin, courtesy of Delta Dental and Delta Vision. 2 great plans and one name you trust. RBI chance, 1-0. Chopped very softly foul towards Jason Lane, standing up in front of the third base coach's box. 1-1. It is good to see Frelick running. Remember, he's been dealing with some hamstring and knee issues. Told us in the interview that we played you pregame today that he's feeling okay, all things considered, for this time of the year. 1-1, outside on Contreras, 2-1. Sal's stolen 18 bases. Two and one on William. 3 homers in the last 4 games for Contreras. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sweeping breaking ball. Down and away. Fooled him. 2-2. A hot bat from William Contreras makes the top of this lineup all the more dangerous. 2-2 pitch. Down and away. He laid off that same pitch that he had just chased, and it's full count again. With Christian Yelich on deck. Brewers have scored once. And this near-capacity crowd once more in the 3rd inning. Keller looks back at second, and now he's ready. 3-2 coming. Down in the dirt. Walked him with a slider that bounced in. That was William just taking what the pitcher gave him. Last two pitches were not close, and he said, all right, I'll just take my walk and pass the baton to Christian Yelich. Walk right in, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. And now it's Yelly. 2 on, 2 out. Then all of a sudden, the pitch count climbing for Mitch Keller. It's at 56. First pitch. Line drive blooped into right field for a base hit. Rounding third is Frelick. He'll score. First to third goes Contreras. The throw goes all the way through there, but it's late. Yelich, a bloop RBI single. Brewers lead it 2-0 in the third. The umpteenth example of the way this Brewers lineup is humming along right now. Contreras takes his walk, says, all right, Christian, you do your thing. And he did it on the very first pitch.
Nothing about it is easy. Nothing about it is simple, but they make it look that way sometimes, don't they?
They really do right now. And here's Vaughn with runners in the corners. Pitch is down the middle from Keller for a strike. And this is a good pitcher they're doing it against. Just like Paul Skeens yesterday. I know that Keller doesn't get the same kind of recognition that Paul Skeens does, but he is tough. 0-1 pitch. Line drive towards second, caught. Nick Gonzalez waist high on a smash by Vaughn. Otherwise, that would have driven in another run. But it's caught. Brewers settle for 2. They've got the lead after 3, 2-0. And Woodruff back to the mound on the Brewers Radio Network. Well, the Brewers get RBI hits from Sal Frelick and Christian Yelich, and they lead 2-0 as we go to the fourth inning. Brandon Woodruff looking for a shutdown inning as Joey Bart leads off for Pittsburgh. The windup in the pitch, up and in, ball 1. Each pitcher up near 60 pitches to get through 3 innings. That was number 57 for Woody. And Bart singled against him on a ground ball back in the second. The 1-0. Popped him up, shallow into left center field. In comes the center fielder Perkins. He'll take charge, waiting a while, looking up, and he makes the catch, does Blake. There's 1 out. Carbless is a proud partner of the Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless, less is more. Jared Triolo. He'll bat for a second time. He singled on a curveball back 2 innings ago. Pirates have 4 hits and a couple of walks, but no runs. Pitch. Chopped foul right in the batter's box. They could hit the equipment of Contreras. Brandon Woodruff. Brewers trying to win the game in his first 7 starts since coming off the injured list. Up 2-0 in the fourth. The bearded right-hander throws 0-1. Triolo swing and a miss. Good cutter. I think his stuff is getting a little sharper.
It's kind of been the trend the last couple of times he's taken the mound, where the stuff gets better as the game goes along.
That's a good trend. How about the way he finished against the Mets Friday? 0-2 pitch is down in the dirt. 1-2 on Triolo.
I mean, I think if you really think about Brandon Woodruff and at some point getting to where he sits 95, 96 and he can run it up there and touch 98 once in a while again, on the heels of now really having to pitch, right?
Yep. 1-2. Triolo took it at the knees. Strike 3 called. Fastball. Ring him up. He's starting to dot that fastball. His last 3 strikeouts have all been looking. Perfect paint job. Then a total of 4 Ortho ASAP Ks. 2 out in the 4th for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. The point you make is a good one because his secondary arsenal is that much more effective now than probably it was pre-surgery. Kiner-Falefa grounded into a fielder's choice his first time. And he takes high ball 1.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Happy Gilmore. Somebody learned how to putt. I mean, he always knew how to pitch. He wasn't just a thrower, but he's that much better as a quote-unquote pitcher now.
1-0, taken for a strike. Cut fastball at the knees of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Chance at his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Kiner-Falefa waits from the right. 1 for 7 in the series. 1-1. Ground ball towards second. Tough play here to his left. Terang needs the help of Woodruff covering. Feeds him perfectly in time. They get the out 4-1. Vaughn had left first base trying to go after that ground ball that was ultimately picked up by the second baseman. Bryce had to wait for Woody to get over there, and he just beat IKF to the bag. Great.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
Mitch Keller against Bryce Terang. It's the bottom of the 4th on this gorgeous Wednesday afternoon. 2-0 Brewers leading. First pitch, Bryce takes a strike. Generous one, outside corner. Inconsistent zone. Josh said anecdotally, 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball up and away, 1-1. Bill Miller, the veteran and the crew chief, is our home plate umpire today.
Sure felt like there was some intent behind that comment, though.
Just a comment. The 1-1 pitch. A little bit tall, 2-1. Bullpen's working. You wonder if Brandon Woodruff is finished. Shelby Miller's getting loose in the Brewers' pen. 4 innings. Pitch. Lobbed foul on the left side and up into the Loge level by Terang. It's 2-2. That'll be interesting to see if Woody is indeed finished.
Well, he is, as we talked about, on shorter rest than he's been used to so far this year. You have an off day tomorrow, so you can maybe get a little bit more aggressive with some of the pieces of this bullpen.
2-2. Paints the inside corner, at least called to have by Bill Miller. It was in, according to the data we get, and Terang is rung up. 1 out of the bottom of the 4th. That's the second looking strikeout that our data has said should not have been called as such.
Pat Murphy agrees with you.
I think 2 pitches in that at-bat to Terang were very generous. So 1 out for Blake Perkins. Flew to left his first time, and the pitch is very high, ball 1. You look at Woodruff, who has pitched 4 scoreless. He's had to work to do it today. 65 pitches. May very well be done for the afternoon. 1-0 pitch. Burke swings over top of a curveball. 1-1.
Pirates have action in their bullpen too. Carmen Majinski is getting loose for Pittsburgh.
1 out. A 1-1. Down and in on Perkins. 3 for 16 on the homestand for Blake. And playing his usual stellar defense in center. Brewers scored their 2 runs against Keller last inning. 2-1. Called a ball inside. That pitch was called a strike to Bryce Terang, but called a ball to Blake Perkins. It's 3-1. Keller is getting close to 70 pitches. This will be number 69. 3-1 pitch. Called a ball again that was pretty much in the same spot as ball 3. Now ball 4, and Perkins is aboard. Walk right in, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin says there is a difference. Second one issued by Mitch Keller. And here's Anthony Siegler coming to the plate. He began the 2-run rally last inning with a leadoff single. I'll tell you what, the more he's played, the more you're impressed by his approach at the plate. Always battles. Fouls the first pitch out of play. Brewers honored their hero of the game a couple of innings ago, Jerry Kane, K-O-E-N-E. United States Air Force, he served in Korea. He and his wife, Jean, now married 72 years. Thank you for your service. Jerry Kane. Or Kane. 0-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner. Siegler looked at that one come through the back door. It's 0-2. Network Health salutes our nation's veterans. Retired veterans turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. Timeout used by Siegler. 1 on, 1 out on the 4th. Brewers 2, Pirates 0. And Shelby Miller getting loose in the bullpen for Milwaukee. 0-2 pitch is fouled left side. That'll go up again into the loge level. And Siegler sprays a souvenir for someone in this big crowd. Over 30,000 on Monday and Tuesday nights. And maybe up over 40 here this afternoon. Keller ready, 0-2 again, swing and a miss. Got him with a slider down and in, good pitch. Second strikeout of the inning. 5th of the outing for Mitch Keller. 2 out for Joey Ortiz. Drive Around the League brought to you by Construction Business Group. Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. Cardinals have taken a 3-1 lead over the Rockies in that series rubber match. Lars Nootbaar has a home run. First pitch, Joey checked up on a breaking ball down low, ball 1. They're in the bottom of the 4th there with the rookie, Michael McGreevy, pitching for St. Louis. Trying to win a 3rd straight series of the Cardinals. They're still on the outskirts of the wild card race. 2-0 Brewers here. There goes the runner. Pitches down and away. Bart's throw to second base. Stronger than some of his others in the series, but still not in time. It's a steal for Blake Perkins. On ball 2 to Joey Ortiz. Remember, he bounced one that allowed Frelick a steal last inning. Threw one into center field on Monday night. Burke with his 4th steal in 5 opportunities. 2-0 on Ortiz. Keller ready and he throws. Outside corner called a strike. 2-1 with a fastball. For every Brewer's stolen base, Delta Dental bags that donation for Special Olympics Wisconsin. Delta Dental, Delta Vision, 2 great plans, 1 name you trust. 2-1, outside corner, perfectly placed. Good 2-seamer from Keller. It was approaching 80 pitches, trying to get through 4. That's what the Brewers offense does to starting pitchers. They elevate that pitch count. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground through the left side. Base hit. On it quickly is Pham, but they wave Perkins around third, and Pham doesn't make a throw home. Joey Ortiz strikes again. 2-out RBI single. Brewers have a 3-0 lead in the 4th inning. What great production the Brewers are getting from Joey out of that 9 spot for the last couple of weeks.
Joey now 6 for 10 against Mitch Keller in his career.
He's driven in 10 runs, Lane, in his last 13 games. Now Frelick drives the first pitch to deep right. Back goes Simon, track, and it's off the wall on a hop. Around third comes Ortiz. He will score, no relay to the plate as Frelick rips a run-scoring double. 2 with 2 out in the 4th. Brewers all of a sudden leading 4-0. It can happen that quickly with this lineup right now. And timeout called as pitching coach Oscar Marine is coming out to visit Mitch Keller. You know, he was pitching pretty well. Gave up the 2 last inning, but was 1 out away from getting through 4 innings of 2-run baseball against the Brewers right now. That's pretty good. And then all of a sudden you go Ortiz, RBI single, 1 pitch later, Frelick, RBI double.
You're getting ready for a start on the mound against the Brewers. You don't maybe recognize some of the names, but it doesn't matter. There is nowhere where you get to exhale 1 through 9. Every guy is going to put pressure on you. Every guy is going to be so hard to put away. They can run up your pitch count, and they wear you down.
And now here comes Isaac Collins, pitching coach, back to the dugout. Strike 1 on a curve. Sal Frelick with RBI hits in consecutive innings. $75 donated to the MAC Fund by West Bend Insurance, the silver lining for every double. 0-1. Collins takes inside corner. Generous, 0-2. Isaac is 0 for 2. Well, Sal Frelick having a huge series against the Pirates. Driven in 5 runs at that big tone-setting home run against Skeens last night. And 2 more RBI knocks against Mitch Keller today. He's at second, the 0-2. Line towards left field. Slicing away from Pham. A fair ball. It's rolling all the way to the wall. Frelick comes around to score. Collins trades places with Sal at second base. It's a 3-run 2-out rally in the 4th inning and a 5-0 Brewers lead. On an 0-2 pitch, Collins delivers one the opposite way. I don't have any words, do you?
What can you do but laugh?
It's every game. Like watching an instant replay. Contreras ground ball left side. That's a base hit. They're going to wave around Collins. Pham comes up throwing to the plate. Here it comes. It is late. Isaac beats the tag of Bart. 3 straight RBI hits. This one, William Contreras through the left side. It's 6-0 Milwaukee. Four straight RBI hits. I can't keep up. All of this with 2 outs. Ortiz, Frelick, Collins, Contreras. That's 4. Then a 4 spot. They're going to stay with Keller. Then here's Christian Yelich. He had an RBI single back last inning. Pitch. Down and in, ball 1. Who could keep up?
I know Ken Sommerfeld can't keep up with cutting the highlights up above us right now. Pitch after pitch.
Yelly 1 for 2. Runner at first now, 2 out. The 1-0. Line drive deep in the left center field, but playable. Slicing over towards Pham, who makes the call and the catch in the cap. That retires the side. But the Brewers with 4 consecutive 2-out RBI hits. And they throw an uppercut punch to Mitch Keller in Pittsburgh. We're headed to the 5th as a standing ovation is given.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but squirrel. Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
4 2-out runs in the fourth. Brewers a 6-0 lead. Brandon Woodruff is going to be finished for the day, and so Shelby Miller, the newcomer, comes on to pitch the fifth. So much to talk about. Lane Grindle handles it all for you.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. Ronnie Simon will lead things off for the Pirates. First pitch from Miller is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Just handed a piece of paper by Kent Sommerfeld. It's new ad copy for George Webb. Help wanted. 0-1 pitch to Simon. Down in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to figure out the logistics here. Still a ways to go in this one, but the Brewers in control. 6-0 in the top of the fifth.
No prior training required.
Yeah.
We'll teach you the grill.
Simon 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a strikeout. The 1-1 pitch. And a liner back up the middle into center field for Ronnie Simon. So Simon leads off against Miller. Woodruff on the day. Dodged a little bit of traffic at times. 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. No runs allowed. Brewers have outscored the Pirates 27-1 in this 3-game series thus far. Here is Spencer Horwitz. First pitch, and he checks out a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. It's time for a vibe check. Josh, how are the vibes?
Impeccable.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Cooler full of Vizzy, hard seltzer, big vibe as well. Miller's 0-1 pitch. Missed inside. It's 1-1. Vizzy, hard seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Horowitz 0 for 2 has hit it to Frelick both times today. 1-1 down and in with a fastball at 95. 2 balls and 1 strike. This constitutes fun, what we are experiencing right now, and I will tell you, fans, just enjoy it. 2-1. That is low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Just soak every ounce of this up, every second of it, appreciate it, because it doesn't always have to be this way. In fact, it's almost never this way. 3-1. He is fouled back into the net, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. You will have plenty of nights for the rest of your lives where one slipped through the cracks, blew a late lead, whatever it might be, and you'll feel so frustrated. Then remember these times. 3-2 pitch is up and away, and he walked him. So now the first 2 have reached here in the 5th against Miller. First and second, nobody out for Brian Reynolds, and Chris Hook is on his way out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound to chat with Shelby Miller. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. And now the trainer Brad Epstein is out there as well, so maybe something the Brewers are seeing with Miller. And Bill Miller is talking to Shelby Miller, and it is not going to be a mound visit. So there was something the Brewers saw they wanted to check on with Shelby. I mean, he missed arm side, and after he missed, he kind of adjusted his jersey, and I don't know if the dugout saw that as him reacting with his arm in a way that made them uncomfortable, but he's fine. He's convinced them he's going to stay in this game. First pitch to Brian Reynolds, a high fly ball to deep right. Frelick is back at the track, and he will run out of room. It is gone. A 3-run home run for Brian Reynolds, and hold the phone. Pirates right back into this one. It's 6-3. Reynolds, who has, over the course of his career, always hit against the Brewers and hit very well in this ballpark, just launched his 12th home run of the season. And just like that, it is only a 3-run lead for the Crew. So a good response by the Pirates against Shelby Miller here. Still nobody out in the 5th, and Tommy Pham comes to the plate for Pittsburgh. Miller, his second appearance as a Brewer. as Pham checks on a sweeper that missed away, and it's 1-0. Check that. It's his third appearance as a Brewer. 1 ball and no strikes on Pham. Miller's pitch. This one's fouled back our way and out of play, and it's 1-1. Pitched Monday night, perfect ninth inning with a strikeout. Also worked one of those games against New York. That was the Saturday game. 1-1 pitch. He is a chopper towards second base. Big hop for Terang. Plenty of time to fire to first and retire Pham. And there's one away. And that'll get Nick Gonzalez to the plate. Brewers with a 6-3 lead. And they end the day after 4 innings for Brandon Woodruff. And now we'll turn it over to the bullpen the rest of the way. Majewski's still getting loose in that Pirates bullpen, so one would imagine that Keller is done as well. There's a strike at the knees to Gonzalez, and it's 0-1. So Keller will be done after 4, it would appear. So neither starter going deep into this game here this afternoon. 0-1 is down and away. And it is a ball and a strike here on Nick Gonzalez. Another 4-run inning for the Brewers in that bottom of the 4th. 1-1 is lined into right. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's the 3rd hit of the inning against Miller. And that'll get Jack Suwinski to the plate. And Suwinski 0 for 2 today, and body's starting to scramble a little bit down to that Brewers bullpen after that last hit from Gonzalez. Brewers sent 8 to the plate in that 4th. We've talked a lot about it over the course of this series. The innings in which the Brewers have sent 7 to the plate, and also the innings in which they've scored 4 or more runs. There's a strike, and it's 0-1 on Suwinski. That has been a very consistent theme over the course of this 11-game winning streak. Nick Mears getting loose in the Brewers pen. 0-1. And Suwinski checked on a fastball that missed outside. And it's 1-1. 6-3 Brewers trying to sweep this series here today and make it 12 in a row. The 1-1 is over but low with a splitter, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Miller looks in, the 2-1 pitch, and this one is hit in the air to left. It's hit pretty well, but in the park for Collins. Back onto the warning track to make the catch. That's the 2nd out. Suwinski gave it a ride, but ballpark held it. Collins had a little room before getting back to the wall, even before making that catch. And now here's Joey Bart, who's 1 for 2 today. Bart singled against Woodruff back in the 2nd inning, flied to center in the 4th on a sky-high pop-up into shallow center to Blake Perkins. Miller's first pitch, swing and a miss. That was the splitter down and in. It's 0-1. Miller, probably of the additions the Brewers made at the deadline, was the biggest name. 0-1. Missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Former starting pitcher with the Cardinals and the Braves, Diamondbacks, and was back with the Diamondbacks as a reliever. Was a part of the Brewers organization in 2019 and 2020. Never pitched in the big leagues for the crew until now. 1-1. That is on the outside edge for a strike with a fastball at 95. It's 1-2. But Miller, a guy, when the Brewers acquired him, a 1.98 ERA. And so the thought was, hey, this is a guy that could slot into some 6th and 7th innings, get some big outs for the Brewers down the stretch of the season. This one missed way outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Really looked like that would be the case the first couple of outings. He was great.
Yeah.
And it may very well be.
Yeah, every reliever is going to have a hiccup here or there. This would definitely be considered one for Shelby here today. Pitches down in the dirt. And the count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He talked about last year with Detroit. He had a couple of bad outings, but they were really rough ones. And that can really change how you perceive somebody's season for a reliever. It's just a smaller sample than a starting pitcher's resume. Crowd trying to get Shelby Miller through this one. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled back and into the Loge level just below us. Runner was moving with the pitch, as you might expect, with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. And that runner, Nick Gonzalez, has to go back to first. 3-2 on the former Giant, Joey Bart. Miller looks in. Here's the pitch. And a line drive out to center. Perkins going back, still going back. It's over his head and hops up and off of the wall. It'll be a double of the automatic style. And so Gonzalez will have to go back to third. Gonzalez is headed to the dugout, but that ball looked like it was out of play. And Pat Murphy is arguing that too. Gonzalez raced around third and scored, but he should have to go back to third. He only gets 2 bases.
Yeah, Edwin Jimenez is the one who made the call that it was out of play, and he's motioning to the Pirates dugout. He's the first base umpire, so he's saying, hey, you got to go back.
And now Gonzalez is going to be sent back to third. He's still not wanting to go out there, but that's the case, absolutely. You get 2 bags there. Pat Murphy is going to make a call to the bullpen, so it'll be runners at second and third here. And it's going to be Nick Mears to come in as Shelby Miller can't get himself through this 5th inning.
Boomer is the dog. Doesn't he look good? I just follow his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Fire on your job site. Unexpected things happen every day, but you can make sure your business doesn't get hurt with a carefully crafted general liability policy from West Bend. Be sure your independent agent understands your business, because at West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Nick Mears is on to pitch for the Crew. He's got second and third and 2 outs, and the number 8 hitter, Jared Triolo, stepping in for the Pirates. Mears making his 50th appearance. He's 3-3 with a 2.68 ERA. The former Pittsburgh Pirate, Nick Mears, trying to finish off this inning. Pirates have been able to swing their way back into it, trailing 6-3. They have equaled the Brewers in the hits category as well today at 8 apiece. Mears' first pitch to Triolo is high, and Contreras thought about a back pick at third and ended up eating the baseball. It's 1-0. So you got the automatic double from Bart. That put Gonzalez from first to third. And so both runners in scoring position here. Tying run is at the plate for the Pirates. 1-0 pitch. He is in there with a slider for strike 1. 1-1 now on Triolo. Mears looks in. And a 1-1. That, missed outside. Allegedly. This has been a challenging strike zone to get a handle on here this afternoon from Bill Miller. 2-1 is the count on Triolo. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Helmet flew off as he went after his slider at the very bottom of the strike zone. And it's 2-2. This is a big moment in this game. Brewers grabbed a 6-0 lead. It felt like Brewers have this one under control. Pirates trying to fight their way back into it. They already have this some degree. Mears 2-2 pitch and fouled back into the net. We'll do it again at 2-2. This is one of those games where it's been a little bit of a grind. A lot of base runners throughout the course of this game already here today. Nothing seems to be easy in terms of recording outs. 2-2 pitch and a little flare. This one on the infield. It's going to hold up there for Terang, who makes the catch at second base. And the inning is over. So a little soft pop-up to Bryce. And Mears comes in and does the job. But the Pirates with a 3-run home run from
getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of. To punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
.620 WTMJ.
Carmen Mlodzinski takes over on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 6-3 Brewers lead. And Andrew Vaughn to lead things off for the crew. Mlodzinski's 24th appearance of the year, 2-7 with a 4.07 ERA. And he misses down and away with his sinking fastball. It's 1-0. So the Pirates get a big swing from Brian Reynolds. And this one far from over. Mlodzinski, right-hander, brings home the 1-0 pitch, and Vaughn pops it up. This one back of second base in shallow center. It'll be the second baseman Gonzalez to go out there and make the catch for the first out here in the 5th inning. One away for Bryce Terang. So for Mitch Keller, 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts today. Brewers push his ERA north of 4 now at 4.13. Mlodzinski's first offering to Terang, a breaking ball in there for a strike. A hard curveball about 83 miles an hour. Bryce is 0 for 2. He's got a 9-game hitting streak coming into today. Probably a few opportunities left to extend that. Swing and a miss. Tried to pull off a changeup that was down and away. And he's quickly behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Mlodzinski. 0-2. Fouled it back and out of play. Stays at 0-2. Mlodzinski naturally, Majinski.
Be a great Scrabble word. Lots of double and triple point opportunities.
No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fouled out of play, third base side. 0-2.
I guess you can't do a name in Scrabble, can you?
I think that's not allowed. Distant relative of Don Mikowski, former Packers quarterback.
Could we make it like a verb?
The Magic Man?
You Majinski'd.
0-2, swing and a miss. Went after a changeup down and away, and Majinski strikes out Turang. There's 2 away for Perkins. I do think that my last name is a verb at times in the broadcast group. That was a Grindle. Here's Perkins. I've heard you say that.
Never.
Totally Grindled that.
Never.
First pitch to Blake, and he swears to bunt, pulls the bat back, and took down and in. It is 1-0. 6-3 Brewers, bottom of the 5th. Oh, it hit him. It ran in and got him on the shoe top. Kind of a late call from Bill Miller there, but Blake's going to have first base. Get a look at the replay. Oh, yeah. Clearly got him right on the toes. So a 2-out hit by pitch. And that'll get Siegler to the plate. Siegler struck out back in the 4th inning. Had a base hit to start up the 2-run rally back in the 3rd. First offering, and Siegler checks on a fastball at 97, right down the middle. It's 0-1. Siegler looking, in my opinion, more and more comfortable with every at-bat that he's getting right now for the Brewers. 0-1. I missed out. Oh, I caught the... Oh. It's a strike, 0-2. You just have to wait at this point for Bill Miller to let you know. Siegler, in protest, will take a timeout. No balls and 2 strikes on the Brewers' third baseman. Spin to throw to first and back in time is Perkins. Usingers has been Milwaukee's family-owned sausage shop since 1880. Enjoy the same great taste your grandfather did, because Usingers is still made the old world way. Don't try to make the most, just the best. Usingers, America's finest sausage. 0-2. That is low with a changeup. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Siegler. Runner at first. Bottom of the 5th, 2 outs. It is quiet in the Brewers' pen, so they'll ask Nick Mears to try to get them through the 6th. 1-2 pitch, and he went around. Fastball up at 96. Siegler went after it, and he strikes out. So Majinski with a pair of strikeouts in a scoreless bottom of the 5th. To the 6th week.
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face when he really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice. Yeah, take a bow. All right, absolutely.
or your local grocery store. Carbless.
Less is more.
More.
It is 6-3 Brewers as we go to the 6th inning. Mears stays out of the mound. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is the hitter for the Pirates to lead off the inning. Mears' first pitch is a check swing and in there for a strike anyway on a slider. It's 0-1. Kiner-Falefa 0 for 2. Mears' 0-1 pitch, and that one's hit foul and out of play, first base side. Fastball at 96, got on him in a hurry. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Brewers scored 2 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th. All 3 of the Pirates' runs came on 1 swing in the 5th from Brian Reynolds. 0-2 pitch, and a slider missed low. It's 1-2. Beautiful day in Milwaukee, not a cloud in the sky. A little bit of a breeze. Temperature was 80 degrees at first pitch. 1-2 pitch is a fly ball to right. It's pushing Frelick back to the edge of the warning track. He's got room to make the catch, and he does. And there's one away for Ronnie Simon. These fans here today, the fans listening and following this game from afar, all wanting to see if the Brewers can make it 12 in a row. They have their second 11-game winning streak of the season. Trying to make it the second longest regular season winning streak in franchise history. Pitch to Simon is a slider that apparently missed. It's 1-0. Looked like that clipped the low outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. And this is lined into center. That's down for a base hit. So Simon's got himself 2 hits today. Just up from the minor leagues. And he's aboard with 1 out for Spencer Horwitz. This is kind of the pesky Pirates lineup that we're used to seeing. I really hadn't seen that as much in the first 2 games of this series, Josh. But this is that Pirates lineup we've seen a lot of the last couple of years where they will string some hits together. They will foul some pitches off. They don't chase a ton. First pitch to Horwitz. He is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Doesn't feel like we've really seen that Monday or Tuesday, but I think we're seeing that here today.
We didn't. You're right.
Even with Woodruff, I mean, he had some traffic. They didn't get the big hit against him, of course. This one missed outside of the fastball. It's 1-1.
Take a look at the season series. The Brewers have a chance actually to clinch the season series already if they hold on to this lead. But it was hard those first few games.
1-1 swing and a miss. Went after an elevated fastball at 96. It's 1-2. Yeah, 6-3 right now. The record against the Pirates. So a win today would make it 7-3 with 3 games remaining. In Pittsburgh coming up in September. A couple of weeks from now. There goes the runner. 1-2 pitch is found out of play, third base side. We'll do it again at 1-2.
Yeah, the Brewers lost actually 3 of the first 5 against Pittsburgh this year. They've beaten them 4 straight, 34-6.
A couple of heartbreakers early too. The extra innings loss, that was the Skeens-Peralta game. The Keller start was, I think, a 2-1 Pittsburgh victory. Spin and a throw to first, and Simon is back in time. That was May 24th. That was right before all of this clicked in for the Brewers. I think that would be one of the earliest dates you would point to for the Brewers. There goes the runner again. 1-2 pitch is a ground ball to third. Siegler's only going to have a play at first, so he makes that play and throws across in time to Vaughn to retire Horwitz. Nobody was covering third, so Ortiz hustled over there, so Simon couldn't try to turn and get another 90 feet out of it, so he's at second base. And here's Reynolds with 2 outs. The Brewers are 50-16 in their last 66 games. That goes back to that May 25th date we're talking about. And think about that. The kind of clip that is. First pitch to Reynolds, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Former teammates here, Mears versus Reynolds. 6-3, Brewers lead it. Top of the 6th inning. Jared Koenig getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. Mears brings home the 0-1. That missed high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Wave breaking out here at American Family Field. Mears, the 1-1. That's fouled out of play. Third base side. Into the Loge level. And it's 1-2 on Reynolds. 2 outs. Runner at second. Brewers have a pretty rested bullpen. So they'll have the luxury of going to Uribe and McGill if they need to today. 1-2 pitch, a high fly ball, right center. This is hit well. Frelick back at the track, and it is gone. Brian Reynolds has done it again. His second home run of this game, and the Pirates are within a run. From 6-0 to 6-5 in the blink of an eye. Reynolds has driven in 5 in this game. That was a curveball about knee high, and Brian Reynolds is a very good hitter, and he's reminding us all of that here today at American Family Field. So hold on. There is plenty left in this one. Here's Tommy Pham. Mears' first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Brewers would benefit from some offense again in the 6th through 7th innings. Give themselves some more margin for error in this one. 0-1, swing and a miss. Swung through a slider, and it's 0-2. Reynolds' his 13th home run of the season. 0-2 pitch to Pham. I think he went around. They appeal to first. He did. Tommy Pham strikes out, and the inning is over. But the Pirates get a 2-run home run from Brian Reynolds. And they have pulled within a run. It's 6-5 as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
You like to stay humble about your undeniable skills, Taurus, so you haven't been overly focused on your terrific stats this season. You might be concerned that celebrating your success will jinx you for the future, but it'll actually give you more motivation to pursue a possible career season.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You can tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
Brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
Sit back, relax, and catch a home run or two.
Way gone! Bye-bye baseball!
On the home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
6th inning is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Our contestant is Daniel Piper from New Berlin. Daniel will win a gift card jackpot of $50 if a member of the crew hits a home run this inning. 6-5 Brewers. Joey Ortiz leads off against Majinski here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is low and away with a fastball at 96. And that one probably should have been a strike. It's 1-0. Brewers will take a call going their way. Majinski's 1-0 offering. That missed low. That one's pretty close too. 2 balls and no strikes. Brian Reynolds has homered twice today. He's now got 16 home runs against the Brewers. in his career. 2-0 to Ortiz is high. 3 balls and no strikes. That ties the mark that he has also set against the Reds for the most home runs he's hit against an opponent in his career. 16 against both teams. Divisional foes. 3-0 is a strike on the inside edge. That one was one of the worst ones that Majinski's thrown in this sequence, and that was a strike. That's okay. Joey's still coming out ahead in this one so far. 3-1 is hit in the air down the right field line. Got some carry, but it is twisting foul and out of play down the right field line. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And before he hits again, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Josh Maurer and Ken Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here this afternoon at American Family Field. It is 6-5 Brewers. They've actually been out hit 10-8 in this game so far. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count on Joey Ortiz. And the pitch, and Ortiz chops it foul at the plate. We'll do it again at 3-2. 1 for 2 today for Joey. 5 for 11 in this series. He has been on fire over his last 13 games. Majinski looks in, the 3-2 pitch, and he laid off a pitch away with a slider. It's a leadoff walk to Ortiz. 1 at bat. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference, and now it turns over to the top of the lineup. Well, $100 added to the total for each additional home run this inning in the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. So here's Frelick. First pitch, Frelick bunting, and he bunts it foul behind home plate. It's 0-1. Frelick is 2 for 3. He's driven in 2. Our attendance today, 40,123 at American Family Field. The 0-1 to Frelick. Way outside, it's 1-1. Upgrade with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Built for long-lasting comfort and reliability. Right now, score 0% interest for up to 5 years at PellaWI.com. Here's the 1-1 to Frelick. And Frelick pops it up foul and out of play, third base side. It is 1-2 on Sal. 5 hits in this series. He's driven in 5 in this series. Drove one out over the head of Simon in right, and one hopped the wall in his last AB. 1-2 pitch, way outside. It's 2-2. Brewers trying to add to this 1-run lead. They lead it 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th. Jared Koenig getting loose in the Brewers bullpen. Majinski. The 2-2. And that one fouled back and out of play into the lows level just below us. And Frelick seeing plenty of pitches so far here in this at-bat. Majinski's up to 24 pitches. Came on in relief in the 5th inning. Did hit a batter, but otherwise put up a 0. 2-2. And Frelick fouls that one out of play. Third base side again. That'll end up in the lower ball. It'll be at least 7 pitches to Frelick here. Runner at first, nobody out. And the top of the order is up now for the Crew. They've got it set up the way they want it against this Pirates bullpen. Two-two pitch. Sal fouls it out of play, back behind home plate. And he is battling. This is such a Sal Frelick at bat right now. We saw this right out of the gate last night against Paul Skeens. He ended up homering. Majinski, the 2-2 pitch. Sal took high, and the count is full. It's 3-2. Fastball at 98, up and out of the zone. Goodness, what an at bat from Sal. 9th pitch of the AB. Mlodzinski looks in. And the 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a foul at the plate by Frelick, and he stays alive. Just got a piece of it. Ortiz was moving on the pitch. He's got to go back to first. Found that off the instep of his front foot. Screamed out in pain immediately, but he's fine. And he's back in there. Mlodzinski looks in. And the pitch. It's high, and he draws the walk. A 10-pitch battle goes to Frelick. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. One of the things we've seen from these Brewers over the course of this winning streak and over the course of the last couple of months is when the other team lands a punch, they've got one stored up for them themselves. Do they have a counterpunch here in the bottom of the sixth after the Pirates landed a couple in the fifth and the sixth? Oscar Marine is out there to chat with Carmen Mlodzinski. It is a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Hitch a ride to Brewers home games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. Make any purchase in the Sportsbook or a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and seat on the shuttle. Kyle Nicholas is getting loose in the Pirates bullpen. Mlodzinski is about to throw his 30th pitch as Isaac Collins gets into the box. First and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And now time is called by the crew chief, Bill Miller. I think there is a gate open down the right field line or something that came down onto the field. A baseball came onto the field. And so Ronnie Simon goes over there and retrieves it and tosses it back up into the crowd. Isaac Collins, RBI double in his last AB. Mlodzinski, the pitch, squares to bunt, bunts it in front of the mound. Mlodzinski off the mound, fields, only plays at first, and he made that play. He looked at third, then turned and threw to first, and he almost threw that ball up the right field line. And a really nice job by Nick Gonzalez, the second baseman there, covering to save that ball from going into foul territory. So Collins gets down the sacrifice, and the Brewers have second and third, and one away. He almost dropped that ball, too. He snow-coned the catch. So here's Contreras. Infield is in. First pitch, down and away, and a good backhanded stop by Bart, and it's 1-0. So Ortiz at third. Frelick is at second. Contreras at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. That is that is a strike, and that's actually a pretty good call by Bill Miller. Just clipped the low outside corner. Very good pitch by Mlodzinski. It's 1-1. William, 1 for 2 in this game. Drove in a run back in the fourth. Mlodzinski's 1-1. He is a chopper foul up the third baseline, and it's 1-2. Pirates have that infield in. Brewers looking for some insurance. Leading it 6-5 in the bottom of the sixth. And now William will take a timeout and step out of the box. Koenig continues to get loose in the Brewers pen. It'll be his ball in the seventh. Mlodzinski brings home the pitch, and it hit him. Changeup ran in, and it actually got the bat. It's going to be ruled a foul ball, and no contesting the decision from William Contreras. It got the knob. Game of inches. Stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Still second and third for the crew here with 1 away. Yelich in the on-deck circle. Mlodzinski kicks, delivers, and a liner down the right field line. It's going to roll into the corner. Ortiz is home. Frelick around third. He will score. A 2-run single from Wild Bill, and the Brewers lead it 8-5. Contreras drives in his second and third runs of this game. A thing of beauty down that right field line, and now here's Yelich. First offering to Yelly. A fly ball into shallow left. Pham is tracking it. Nearing the line in fair territory. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. Brewers doing a great job once again with runners in scoring position, Josh. They are 6 for 11 today with runners in scoring position.
It's amazing.
That's how you win baseball games right there.
Yeah. And Contreras, especially this homestand, has been excellent just in all those spots every time.
Here's Andrew Vaughn. Mlb, first pitch. And a hanging sweeper in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Guess he's glad that previous pitch hit the knob of the bat, not his hands.
No doubt.
Everything works out.
0-1 on Vaughn. Mlb brings home the pitch. A swing and a miss. Went after a sinker down below the zone. It's 0-2. Contreras still at first. There are 2 outs. Brewers able to get the 2 runs back that they surrendered in the top of the 6th on the 2-run home run from Brian Reynolds. He's driven in all 5 of the Pirates' runs today. He has Reynolds. 0-2 to Vaughn. And a pop-up foul and out of play first base side. And Vaughn will live to see another pitch.
How about this? Since Saturday, and that's only 5 games ago, William Contreras has 11 runs batted in.
Wow.
With those 3 today.
When you have won 11 in a row, there are just a lot of good trends for individual players because it means you're playing great baseball. 0-2. And a chopper in front of the plate. Off the mound to field as Mlb throws to first in time and retires Vaughn. And the inning is over. But the Brewers get 2 big runs across on the 2-run single from William Contreras. 8-5 crew as we head to the 7th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
High-tech data centers are critical to unlocking the
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
With an 8-5 lead, and Jared Koenig takes over on the mound. Taking over on the mic for us, here's Josh Mauer.
Thank you very much, Lane. Nick Mears gave up the second of the Brian Reynolds home runs. That came in the 6th. Mears got 4 outs. Shelby Miller gave up the first 3-run home run. He got 2 outs. Brandon Woodruff, the first 4 innings here. This afternoon, Brewers now back in front by 3. After William Contreras with a 2-run hit. Nick Gonzalez will greet Jared Koenig for the Pirates in the first pitch. Paints the inside corner, strike 1. Gonzalez 2 for 3 today. Had a big year against the Brewers. Koenig's 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Another fine season for Koenig in progress out of that Brewers bullpen. 55th appearance. One behind Uribe for the most on the team. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Gets him out in front of Nick Gonzalez, 1-2. Jared is 4-1. And a 3.45 earned run average. He'll get the 7th inning. And Pat Murphy has it set up then for Uribe and possibly McGill. 1-2 pitch, line foul, right side, and up into the seats. So it's Brewers 8, Brian Reynolds 5.
You're not wrong.
I'm not. Pirates, before those two swings, had only 1 run in the series total. 1-2 again. Chopped foul by Gonzalez. Back towards the backstop she rolls. Well, this is a big day, baseball fans. Don't forget George Webb will give away free burgers for everyone if the Brewers hold on and win. A 12-game winning streak. They've been predicting it for years. Learn more at GeorgeWebb.com. 1-2. Ground ball towards the middle. That's a tough play for Ortiz. He gets there. He spins. He throws, and he got him. My goodness, what a play by Joey Ortiz up the middle. Highway robbery on Nick Gonzalez to begin the visiting 7th inning. Off the bat, you thought that's a base hit cleanly. Just to get to the baseball was something. Then to do the spin and throw and retire him by about a step and a half makes your jaw drop. Gonzalez robbed by Joey twice today. Here's Jack Sawinski being pinch hit for by Alexander Canario. And he'll take a strike. So Canario comes up with 1 out. The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Sawinski had been 0 for 3. Canario's batting .201 this season with 3 home runs. Joey Ortiz, Gold Glove type defense. 1-1 pitch misses a little bit high. That's been called a strike many times today. That time it wasn't.
I know we say it all the time, Josh, but what a luxury to have those two guys up the middle.
2-1 pitch. Inside, and it's 3-1. On the pinch hitting Canario. So Don Kelly, the Pirates manager, getting a right-handed batter up against Koenig. I think Joey Ortiz could win a Gold Glove. 3-1 pitch. Big swing. Canario fouls it back into the screen, and it's 3-2. I'm not saying should. There's a lot of great defensive shortstops in the National League.
Definitely belongs in the conversation, though, doesn't he?
No question. Bryce Terang will probably get another one at second base. 3-2 coming. Ground ball hit to who else? Joey Ortiz. 2 hops. Ho-hum. Pats the glove. Throws out Canario. 2 out. That one, routine by his standards. You know, if I'm a Brewers pitcher, I'd just keep hoping that they hit a ground ball to the middle infielders. More often than not, then it's just an out.
It's one of those things where, you know, quarterbacks buy their offensive linemen gifts at the end of the season. If I'm a Brewers pitcher, I'm buying gifts for Ortiz and Terang for sure.
And now the catcher, Joey Bart. 8-5 Milwaukee in the pitch. Comes in low, ball 1. I was telling you about George Webb. Here's the info as we understand it. If the Brewers hold on and win this game, everybody on a certain day to be determined will get free hamburgers at any George Webb. 1-0 pitch. Inside on Bart, it's 2-0. The information that we have is that it's not going to be right away. It's not tomorrow. So don't start right after the game ends going to get in line. They will let you know, George Webb will, when the burger day will be. 2-0 is up and away. It's 3-0. So I think that's important to point out.
I mean, it's understandable. They got to get their business in order before they can just give away everybody free hamburgers.
Yes, that will take an inordinate amount of planning. 3-0 pitch misses. A little bit up and away on Bart. 4-pitch walk. Pirates get a 2-out base runner in the 7th. And bring Jared Triolo to the plate. It's the 4th walk by Brewers pitching this afternoon. So anyway, check out GeorgeWebb.com for the information. I know their social media channels have been pretty active over the last few days as the Brewers approach a 12-game winning streak. 8-5 Milwaukee. Here's Triolo. The pitch is way outside. A lunging grab by Contreras on ball one. Timeout's going to be called after 5 straight missed the zone. Contreras going out to visit with Jared Koenig. Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Hitch a ride to the Brewers games on a Potawatomi game day shuttle. Make any purchase inside the sportsbook or make a same-day sports bet to get a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. We're not back home again for over a week. San Francisco Giants coming to town after this upcoming road trip. Big NL Central Series against the Reds. And then the 5 games against the Cubs next week. Then we'll be back home. Brewers trying for a 6-0 homestand here. Leading by 3, 1-0. And now Contreras back behind the plate. Pitch in the zone and fouled back off the mask of Contreras by Jared Triolo. These are the meat and potatoes games. How do you win divisions? You beat the teams within your own. The Brewers trying to take care of the Central. Pitch is up and in. It's 2-1 on Triolo, who's 1 for 3 today. A single back in the second against Woodruff. Now 2 for 16 against the Brewers this season. Triolo's a very good defender. Has never in the major leagues been much of a hitter. 1 on and 2 out. Jared Koenig's 2-1. Missed. Down and in. It's 3-1. He's missed with 7 of the last 8 pitches. And Abner Uribe is starting to heat it up in that Brewers bullpen. Kyle Nicholas, the right-hander, has been getting loose for quite a while for Pittsburgh. It looks like he's coming in for Majinski when we get to the bottom of the 7th. Runner at first, 2 out. 3-1. Triolo lifts foul. Right side and up out of play. Brewers have already clinched this series. They've won 5 straight series overall. 10 of their last 11. And they'll be unbeaten in their first 3 series this year against the Pirates. They got a lot of great superlative stats with this team. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch. Got him looking. Right at the knees from Jared Koenig, 96 with sink, and Triolo just could not pull the trigger. That was right in there. Good pitch, and Jared Koenig strands a 2-out walk with an ortho ASAP strikeout.
Responsibly. 2024 Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there to protect your dreams.
Right-hander Kyle Nicholas is going to come in and pitch for the Pirates. 8-5 Milwaukee, looking to add on here in the 7th inning with Bryce Terang in the box. Second appearance of the series for Nicholas. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Carmen Majinski, 2 innings, gave up 2 runs on the Contreras 2-run single. That was the only hit that Majinski permitted, but he walked 2 and they each scored. Terang is 0 for 3. And now Nicholas ready in the 0-1. Pumped in knee high, 97 miles an hour, nothing into. Alexander Canario, the pinch hitter for Sawinski, stayed in Sawinski's spot, center field. Everybody's all stretched out. 0-2 pitch. Down in the dirt. Laid off the curveball did Terang. 7th inning stretch sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. The Island, your premier resort destination. The largest north of Milwaukee and the place to be this summer. Book your trip today at islandresortandcasino.com. Sellout crowd again. Pitch chopped foul off his foot. Rolls up the first base line, and Turang hobbles around in some pain. He'll take a walk now. He's got the shin guard that also covers the top of his cleat, which is the lead cleat for a left-handed batter. The right foot. That's where he grounded that ball. So it remains 1-2. Kyle Nicholas, his 16th outing with the Pirates this season. 1 win, no losses, and a 5.49 earned run average. Right-hander ready in the 1-2. Foul back into the screen. A challenge fastball, 99 miles an hour. Got a good arm. That 9-game hitting streak perhaps on the line for Turang. He has hit a home run the previous 4 games he started. 1-2, down at his feet. A slider. He had to do a bit of a dance to hop back out of the way. It missed him, and it's 2-2. Sellout crowd. Lane read the number for you again, 40,123. And how about this? The Brewers have sold out 9 games in the last 2 homestands. 2-2. Just missed. That was a great pitch. Our data says strike 3. Bill Miller, as he continues to flip coins, says ball 3.
We'll take that one.
Yep. 3-2. Great fastball in the low outside corner. Payoff pitch. Fouled off by Turang. Left side and well out of play. So he's going to see a 9th pitch to greet Nicholas here in the home 7th. 9 sellouts of the 12 games, Lane, in the last 2 homestands.
Yeah, that's indicative of the way the team's playing. I mean, they've earned that support. And so happy to see the city and the state coming out and supporting them like they have.
Another foul ball left side out of play. That time a high slider. Bryce is going to see double-digit pitches. Remind you of what Frelick did against Majinski last inning when he ultimately walked. Part of that 2-run rally. 8-5 Brewers. 3-2 again. Tipped foul into the mitt. Caught by Bart, strike 3. And Nicholas wins the battle on that 10th pitch. This is the 3rd time Bryce has struck out. Here comes Blake Perkins. Drive around the league brought to you by Construction Business Group. Later tonight, it'll be the Cubs and the Blue Jays, game 2 of that series north of the border. Brewers are 7.5 games ahead of Chicago coming into the day in the standings. Perkins 0 for 1, but he's reached twice. And he lifts a foul left side out of play. A little late on 99 there at the knees from Kyle Nicholas. Blake has walked. That began a 4-run rally in the 4th. Hit by a pitch in the 5th. Nicholas 0-1. Swing and a miss. Slider. Biting in on the left-handed hitter, and it's 0-2. The Cubs tonight send their rookie Cade Horton to the mound against the veteran Kevin Gossman for Toronto. Horton's been their best starter of late. 0-2 pitch, ground ball back through the middle. That's smoked into right center field for a base hit for Blake Perkins. Canario throws it in, and Blake retreating to first with a 1-out single. Double-digit hits again for the Crew. That's number 10 this afternoon. Mr. Perkins aboard for the 3rd time. And Anthony Siegler to the plate, 1 for 3. I had mentioned this earlier. The Brewers' 7.5 game lead in the division is now the largest in any division in baseball. Here's the pitch. Siegler swings and fouls it back over the screen. You couldn't imagine that was possible as recently as about a month ago.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it's been beyond words. It's been beyond explanation just how hot this team has gotten and how they've run away from everybody.
0-1 on Siegler, the pitch. Down and in from Nicholas, laid off the curve. It's 1-1. They hold on to Perkins at first with Spencer Horwitz. The Brewers leading 8-5.
I mean, they're 6 games clear of anybody else in the National League right now. Infield a double play depth on Siegler.
left-handed hitter. Nicholas throws 1-1, swing and a miss. Up the ladder with 98-mile-an-hour cheese. He chased, and it's 1-2. The Brewers have the best record in all of baseball by a lot, by 5.5 games over Toronto, which is the next closest. 1-2, outside. That was close. It's been called a strike at times today. That one not given to the pitcher. It was off the plate by maybe a couple inches, 2-2. Brewers trying to win a 12th straight game without Jackson Chourio playing in any of those. There goes the runner on a 2-2. It's down low. Bart's throw to second base is not in time. That's another steal by Blake Perkins. And 3-2 on Anthony Siegler as he laid off a low one. Blake's stolen second base twice this afternoon. They've run on Joey Bart today. Get himself into scoring position here with one out. 3-2 on Siegler. Pitch by Nicholas. Missed. Down low. He walked him. It's just a broken record of continuously fantastic plate appearances. They don't always reach base. Often they do. But just about every single time any one of these Brewers is in the box, they're battling you and making you earn every out that you record. Walk right in, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
They don't ever seem satisfied, do they?
No. And here's Joey Ortiz after that Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound from Bart. Goes back behind the plate. Perkins Steelman, another donation. Going to Special Olympics Wisconsin, courtesy of Delta Dental and Delta Vision. Brewers had only stolen 2 bases the whole homestand before today, and now they've got 3. And here's Ortiz taking in the dirt and outside. Good backhanded pick by Joey Bart. That's ball 1. So first and second, 1 out. Terang struck out on a 10-pitch AB to begin this inning against Nicholas, but since then a single and a walk. Joey's been aboard twice. The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner with 97-mile-an-hour heat. That's 1-1. Joey a single that started a string of 4 straight 2-out RBI hits in the 4th inning. He walked and scored last inning. I was against Carmen Majinski, now facing his 3rd different pitcher today in Kyle Nicholas, who bluffs back towards second base where Perkins was taking his lead. Did not make a throw. 1-1 on Ortiz. Now the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. We talked in the top of the inning about how great Joey's glove has been, and that's consistent throughout his 2-year tenure with the Brewers. I think the last 2 weeks during this hopefully 12-game winning streak, it's the best offense consistently we've seen. 1-2, line drive down the right field line, but it'll slice foul. Hit off the top of the sidewall and hopped up into the seats. It remains 1-2. Hey, every time Joey's up there, he's giving you a great AB right now, and he's hitting nearly 400 over the last 2 weeks. You combine that with his defense, and what a valuable player. 2 on, 1 out. Nicholas, 1-2. Hard ground ball towards the middle and through. Base hit, Joey Ortiz again. Around third, Perkins. He will score. Siegler digs for third. The throw, not in time. A head-first dive into the bag by Siegler, who's shaken up. It's an RBI single by Ortiz. He goes to second on the throw, and the Brewers add run number 9. It's 9-5 in the 7th. Great throw from the new center fielder, Canario. Siegler just barely dove in safely, and he's having a hard time getting to his feet. They're going to send Lee Meyer, the assistant athletic trainer, out to take a look at him.
Went in with his head into the knee of Kiner Falefa. That right knee helmet went straight into it.
Boy, he just got his right hand to the bag before Kiner Falefa slapped the tag on his back. So they're looking at Siegler. The Brewers adding on some network health insurance. And now you're going to have second and third, still just one out for Sal Frelick. Network Health, for a Wisconsin-based health insurance plan. You can visit networkhealth.com. We have a plan to fit your needs. Siegler is going to be removed from this game. Caleb Durbin has come in from the dugout to pinch run for him. And Anthony quickly proving his mettle to this fan base, to that clubhouse. They've seen him now for about a month and a half with the club, and he's fit right into the culture. You hope he's all right. Hopefully just precautionary being removed here. Caleb Durbin runs at third. And here comes Frelick. Infield comes in for the Pirates. There's still only one out in the inning. The pitch. Breaking ball is high, ball one. How about two more RBI hits for Joey Ortiz today? Driven in 11 runs in the last 13 games. Frelick's driven in 2 today. He takes down near his feet. Just got back from being hit in the shoe, and it was a great catch by Bartz. But it's 2-0 on Sal.
Josh now with a 4-run lead. Tobias Myers starting to get loose in that Brewers bullpen alongside Uribe.
Interesting. Infield in, the 2-0. Frelick takes it low. It's 3-0. First base is open, but Isaac Collins waits on deck. I say interesting about Tobias because theoretically he's in line for a start this weekend. Currently he's a member of the rotation, but that could change. Second and third, the 3-0. Sal takes inside corner, a strike from Kyle Nicholas. You didn't know what was going to happen on the Friday game in Cincinnati. That could be Jacob Mizorowski, could be somebody else. 9-5 Brewers in the 7th, 3-1. Misses high. Curveball. 5-pitch walk to Frelick, who's on base for the 4th time this afternoon, and the bases are loaded. And that's going to be it for Kyle Nicholas. Got action in the bullpen, and Don Kelly has made a U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. It's going to be Cam Sanders, right-hander, summoned in to face Collins with the bags packed. U.S. Cellular, proud partner of the Brewers, reminds you that when the game is on, turn your notifications off with US Mode. U.S.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
With a big cost. And if you don't have dental insurance, we have a solution. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% on quality care from WDA dentists you can trust. Learn more and join at WDAclub.com.
Rookie Cam Sanders coming in, and he inherits quite a spot. Brewers leading 9-5 in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Isaac Collins coming to the plate after Kyle Nicholas only got 1 out. And here comes Collins against the right-hander Cam Sanders. First pitch. Caught the outside edge, backdoor off speed, a changeup. 0-1 for Cam Sanders. This is only his 5th ever Major League appearance. They've all come this month, and he doesn't have good numbers. 0-1. Just missed. A little upstairs. Did not have to be called a ball, but it was. 1-1. Over his first 4 1/3 major league innings, Sanders has allowed 6 hits and 5 runs. Bases loaded, 1-1. Collins taps it foul. Dribbles back behind the plate. Got a changeup again, 1-2. You've got the pinch runner Durbin at third. Remember, Siegler got banged up diving into third base. So Durbin there, Ortiz at second, Frelick at first. Isaac waits from the left, the 1-2. Chopped very softly, foul up the first baseline, got a piece. Another changeup there from Sanders to stay alive. Isaac today 1 for 3. It was an RBI double. Part of that 4-run fourth. He also had a sac bunt last inning. Yeah, even reigning players of the week can sacrifice on this team. Bases loaded, 1-2. Lifted foul coming back over the screen and into the seats. Nicholas, I told you, got just 1 out. The out he got took him 10 pitches. That's a big reason they had to take him out of the game. Bryce Terang took a bite out of him, even though he didn't reach base. 1-2 again, way outside. Tried that changeup, lunging catch by Joey Bart. It's 2-2. Just add that Terang at bat to the list of, at the time it didn't seem all that critical, but ended up being very important. Next 4 reached. 2-2 pitch. High pop-up. Right side into shallow right field. In comes Ronnie Simon to make the call and the catch. And they can't tag Durbin on that. Simon throws it all the way home on the fly. That's a big second out for Cam Sanders. And here comes William Contreras with the bases still loaded.
Now this guy has just feasted on these opportunities of late.
Two for 3 with a walk today. RBI single in the 4th. 2-run single last inning. Gosh, was that only last inning? Now we're in the bottom of the 7th. 9-5 Brewers, bases loaded. And now with 2 outs, here comes William. The pitch. Breaking ball high. Told you that since Saturday he's driven in 11 runs. In those 5 games, 10 for 18. 3-men lead, 1-0. Breaking ball high again, 2-0 from Cam Sanders. What a great day. Another capacity crowd. Clear blue skies overhead. Temperature right around 80. 2-0 coming. Big swing and a miss. Got the fastball by him. That was one to hit. 95 in the middle of the plate. 2-1 though on Contreras. Brewers going for 12 straight wins, for a 6-0 homestand, for a 4th straight sweep. The 2-1. Breaking ball for a strike. He landed that slider right at the knees. Good pitch, and it's 2-2. Pitch-com issue. Cam Sanders having a hard time hearing the pitch communication device that's located on the inside of his cap. Takes it off, looks at it, says, I couldn't hear. Catcher comes out, says, you couldn't hear? Yeah, all right. Let me look at it. They look at it. Nothing changed. Now we're going to go back to work.
Did you try to restart it?
Right. Did you hit the reset? Bases full of Brewers. 2 out. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball fouled back. Bit of a hanger there that time. Williams spoils it up off to our right. Fan brought a glove. He's standing on the walkway right beneath our press box, and he made the catch.
You think they ever accidentally connect to somebody else's Bluetooth device in the ballpark?
I think I'm hearing a phone call.
I think you got a forget device.
2-2 in the dirt. Changeup smothered by Bart. We got a full count. And something's got to give on this pitch. 9-5 Brewers. All 3 runners will be in motion. Durbin, Ortiz, Frelick, 3-2, 2 out. Cam Sanders ready. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball. Missed a little high, and that's ball 4 to force in run number 10. Contreras with a 4 RBI afternoon. It's 10-5 Brewers in the 7th. Oh, that was close. But he's got such a great batter's eye, does William. Laid off a slider that was a few inches up out of the zone. Third walk of the inning by Pirates pitching. And now they're going to bring Cam Sanders a new pitch communication device. Why didn't they do it the first time? Well, Contreras. So much was said about the fact that his run production at the plate was down a bit from his first couple of years with the Brewers. He was dealing, of course, with that fractured finger. It was a talking point. Really, it was for a few months. Hey, he's not hitting for power. He's not driving in runs. That narrative has flipped on its head. 12 runs batted in since Saturday. Bases still loaded with 2 outs for Yelich. Now the pitch. High, ball 1. "12 RBIs, a good month for a lot of good hitters. He's done it in less than a week." The 1-0 to Christian. High again. On a fastball from Sanders, 2-0. So now you've got Ortiz at third. Frelick at second. And Wild Bill at first. Walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Yelly 1 for 4. The 2-0. Outside corner. Called a strike. That's what Bill Miller says, and it's 2-1. Christian hasn't been in agreement with him on a few calls today.
Let's just call it as it is. Bill's had a tough day.
Yeah.
And both sides would, I think, agree with that. It's not been so one-sided, but it's just been rough.
Yelly used his timeout. Now steps back in, still ahead, 2-1, with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Backdoor slider, 2-2. Brewers led 6-0. Then the Pirates got 2 straight innings with a home run from Brian Reynolds for 5 unanswered total. 2-2. Line drive up the middle, base hit. Oh, Christian Yelich delivers again, and 2 runs will score. From third, Ortiz. From second, Frelick. First to third, Contreras. Yelly's got a 2-out, 2-run single. It's another 4-run inning for the red-hot Brewers. Wow! 12-5 Milwaukee. You just can't make this stuff up. And you can smell the burgers on the grills.
8 for 13 this afternoon with runners in scoring position for the Brewers.
Yelly's driven in 3. They're on the corners for Vaughn, and Andrew swings and misses at Cam Sanders' first pitch slider. And how many of those, Lane, are 2-out hits? At least half of them, probably more, with runners in scoring position today. 0-1. Vaughn takes inside 1-1. I know it's more than half because they had 4 in a row with 2 out in the 4th.
How about 33 runs in this series?
12-5. I told you the Pirates had gotten within 1. Brewers score 6 in a row. Vaughn tips a high fastball foul into the mid of Joey Bart. He's behind 1-2. So it was 6-0. Then it was 6-5. Then now 2 in the 6th and at least 4 runs in the 7th. Brewers lead by 7 for the first time. The 1-2 pitch. Vaughn chases down and away. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the inning. Cam Sanders finally gets the Pirates back into the dugout. Second time today, the Brewers put up 4. Christian Yelich capped it off with a 2-run knock.
Con Mafre siempre estás acompañado, porque formas parte de una red que te sostiene, que te da la tranquilidad y solidez que necesitas. Una red integral de seguros. Mafre, cuidamos lo que te importa.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
The Brewers 12, the Pirates 5. Tobias Myers could come back in relief, so out of the rotation for now. Myers will try to put the capper on a 12th straight win. And as we go to the 8th, here is my partner Lane Grindle to take us home.
All right, thank you, Josh. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is the batter. First pitch from Myers missed inside, and it's 1-0. 12-5 Brewers. If you blink, they're going to land a punch. 1-0 pitch. That missed outside. 2 balls to no strikes. If you hesitate, they're going to land a punch. You cannot give them an inch because they will take advantage of it, and that's what they've done so far here today. The 2-0 is a fly ball into right field. Racing in is Frelick, and he'll run out of room. It'll end up in foul territory and out of play about a row deep. Sal gave it a great effort and just didn't have enough space to try to make a play on it, and it's 2-1. Kiner-Falefa 0 for 3 today. The Brewers most likely will ask for Tobias to get the final 6 outs of this game. Tobias the 2-1. That missed in. It goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. The Brewers have just shown up each and every day and worried about that day's game. There is a strike. Very bottom of the zone with the fastball at 93. Kiner-Falefa had dropped the bat. He was headed to first base. He thought it was ball 4. It was probably the right call from Bill Miller, right at the bottom of the zone. It is a full count on Kiner-Falefa. Myers, the pitch, and fouled out of play first base side. We'll do it again at 3-2. Talked about it with Pat Murphy before the game today. It's an art. It is a skill to be able to focus on today. 3-2 pitch. This is a chopper to third. Couple of hops out to Durbin. Turns around, throws to first in time to take care of Kiner-Falefa. There's one away. Got his feet set, made a good throw. Durbin stayed in the game after Siegler had to leave the game, and Durbin ran for him in the bottom of the 7th inning. And there's one away now for Ronnie Simon. You hear the phrase a lot around the Brewers organization. Pitch to Ronnie Simon is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. You hear a lot of phrases a lot. I mean, there's a few Murphisms, if you will, that took hold last year. Win tonight, pass the baton. 0-1. Simon took a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-2. But one that's been around the organization for a long time, and it's really in reference to the young prospects as they're coming up, when they're in high A, when they're in double A, when they get to triple A, is the importance of being where your feet are. Because if you try to get somewhere else with your mindset, it just doesn't work. 0-2 is fouled out of play third base side, and it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. And what that does, and I think it's an intended consequence of that phrase, is it makes you focus on the process. It makes you focus on the journey, not the destination. 0-2 is down and in, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's been a constant phrase around the Brewers organization for years. And I think you're seeing the culmination of it here over the last couple of weeks with this Brewers bunch. 1-2 pitch to Simon, and a late swing, and he chops it foul above the Pirates dugout. Stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Because this team has done as good of a job of being hyper-focused on what's in front of them today as any team I've ever seen. 1-2. And he missed low with a splitter. It is even now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th inning here at American Family Field. Myers pitch. Fouled out of play, third base side. It'll stay at 2-2. Two pitch. Ground ball, sharply hit, hits the mound. A nice adjustment by Ortiz. Spins and throws to first. He got him. A good pick on the back end by Vaughn, but what a play from Joey Ortiz. He continues to add to the highlight reel. Goodness. Can he play some short? Here's Spencer Horwitz.
I mean, the Gold Glove submission reel might just be the game team today.
Jaw-dropping plays. Pitch to Horwitz, in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. That one hit the mound, and it was hit hard. And he had to make a late adjustment on it. Like a wizard. 0-1. It's a chopper to second. Charging it is Terang. Fields flips to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tobias Myers in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 12-5 Brewers on the Brewers.
They flip with the glove. That was not a good idea.
All he needed to do was try to get the lead guy by giving him a nice easy feed.
Oh no, stay on your feet. No. I thought he was going to stay on his feet.
The Goose did not know that the game was starting. Maybe the Goose thought it was 6:45 first pitch time.
Oh man, off the glove and off the dome. He's saying, oh man, what happened? It's a moment that he'll never forget. And that'll be on the blooper everywhere.
To learn how we can provide your business with measurable results. Here to accompany your drive.
He's off to the races.
You're listening to the home of the Brewers.
He's in there sliding.
620 WTMJ.
Before we continue, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Jeff, no, not with Jeff Levering. They just played his call on the video board, so I'm thinking of Jeff Levering with Josh Maurer and Ken Sommerfeld. Lane Grindle with you here today from American Family Field. It is a 12-5 Brewers lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Andrew Monasterio is going to hit here for the Crew. Right-hander Isaac Mattson takes over on the mound for the Pirates. That means that Bryce Terang's hitting streak comes to an end. At 9 games, he was 0 for 4 today. Mattson's first offering to Monasterio is low for a ball. It's 1-0. Today's 8th inning is brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, representing 9,000 skilled union laborers throughout Wisconsin. Learn more at liunawisconsin.org. As Mattson looks in, and the 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. It's 1-1. That's liunawisconsin.org, and feel the power. Brewers with a 12-5 advantage. They are 3 defensive outs away from their 12th consecutive victory. 1-1, missed away. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is popped up foul and out of play first base side. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Monasterio, hitting .246 on the year for Mona. He has been a good bench bat for the Brewers, especially of late. Driven in 3 runs. He's gone 6 for 12 in the month of August for the Crew. And the pitch. That's fouled back and out of play. Into the press box maybe next door. Hit just above it. And bounces down into the crowd below us. Stays at 2-2 on Monasterio. Monasterio, then Perkins, and then Durbin to hit here in this bottom of the 8th inning. Mattson looks in. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled out of play, first base side. Monasterio hanging tough. Again, up 12-5. Brewers fouling off pitch after pitch. They just do not take a pitch off. This team loves to play the game of baseball. I mean, that's one of the simplest ways to put it. 2-2. And a fly ball left field. Chasing it is Pham. It's going to get out of play. And foul. And Monasterio stays alive. It'll be at least an 8-pitch battle between Mattson and Monasterio. Remember that long battle against Nicholas in the 7th inning that helped set up that 4-run inning for the Crew. Now lengthy battle between Mattson and Monasterio to lead off the 8th. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped it into the mid. And Monasterio strikes out. That's the first out of this 8th inning, and that'll get Blake Perkins to the plate. Leinenkugels Summer Shandy, a refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugels, flavor the moment. Be a good way to responsibly celebrate another sweep if the Brewers can finish this one off, and certainly very much in control here late in this game. First pitch to Perkins is a half swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. 40,000 plus here today. Hoping to see history, frankly. It would be the second longest winning streak in the regular season in franchise history. A 1 is fouled back and out of play. And it's 0-2 on Perkins. It will give the Brewers a chance on Friday night to tie the longest ever at 13. Team streak back in 1987. Oh, 2 pitch. This is hit pretty well out to left. Pham going back onto the edge of the warning track, maybe 5 steps shy of it by the time he hauls it in. Perkins flies out to left. There's 2 down now for Durbin. Durbin, his first AB of the day, gets a nice ovation from the crowd. Brewers not having to use Abner Uribe today, not having to use Trevor McGill. They've been able to give those guys a lot of rest of late, and that is not insignificant. Pitch to Durbin, missed inside, 1-0. You want those guys as fresh as can be in the month of September, and certainly with the way this thing is trending into October. And they've been used a lot and leaned on a lot at times throughout the year. 1-0. That missed inside. 2 balls and no strikes on Durbin.
And you're going to need him in this upcoming stretch.
Yeah, great point.
It starts on Friday. You go to Cincinnati, day off tomorrow. 3 in Cincinnati, 5 in 4 days at Wrigley. What a road trip. That'll test your pitching staff.
2-0. A broken back ground ball to third. Kiner Falefa fields, throws to first in time, and retires Durbin. No off days after tomorrow until the day after Labor Day for the Crew, so they're going to have to earn it through that stretch of baseball. 12-5 Crew, 3 outs away.
Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We'll take some more of that.
Swing a line drive. Deep center. It's gone. A walk-off home run.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Brewers 3 outs away from finishing this one off and sweeping the Pirates, looking for their 12th consecutive victory. Brian Reynolds leads things off for the Pirates. Myers still out there on the mound for the Crew. First pitch brought home, and this is lined into left center field. It's going to get down in front of Brandon Lockridge, who is the new left fielder for the Brewers. Brian Reynolds, Brewers will be glad to see him leave town, even though the Brewers have had the upper hand in this series. That guy just collects hit after hit against the Brewers. So a leadoff single, and that'll get Tommy Pham to the plate. Told you Lockridge is now in left. Monasterio stays in the game. He's at third, and Durbin flips from third to second base for the Crew. Myers working out of the stretch brings home the pitch, and a breaking ball apparently missed high. It's 1-0. Myers 1-0 pitch. This is lined back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Reynolds will stop at second. And the first two have reached against Myers here in the top of the ninth inning. Now, you can't beat summer in Wisconsin. You got the lakes, you got sun, you've got food, the ballpark, especially grilled brats and Frank's from Usingers. And, of course, Pine River Gourmet cheese spreads, great with everything. Wrap up your summer day with Cedar Crest ice cream, too. Call it winter. So here's Nick Gonzalez. Myers brings home the pitch, and Gonzalez a foul out of play first base side, and it's 0-1. Brewers lead 12-5, but the Pirates and Brewers are tied in the hit category, both with 12 in this game here this afternoon. Just an absolutely gorgeous day in Milwaukee. Here's a chopper to third. Backhanded by Monasterio. Steps on the bag at third for one. To second for two. They will not relay to first. They weren't going to be able to turn the triple play. That would have been the most amazing way to get free burgers you could have ever imagined. But they'll get a double play out of it. It goes 5-4. And Gonzalez at first on a fielder's choice. If the Brewers would have turned a triple play there, I might have just walked out of the booth. Here's Alexander Canario. 1 out away for the Crew for 12 straight wins. Myers brings home the pitch, and he missed high. It's 1-0. 40,000 plus are on their feet here at American Family Field. The winning streak an out away from extending. 1-0 to Canario. Missed inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. There is a palpable buzz in the air right now here at American Family Field. 2 balls and no strikes on Canario. Myers pitch. That's a strike on the inside edge. It's 2-1. Canario entered this game back in the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch. Chopper foul, third base side. It's 2-2. Listen to this crowd here at American Family Field. 1 out away, 1 strike away. Myers looks in. The pitch, and he missed high. The runner will go to second on indifference, and the count is full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Canario steps out for a brief moment. The right-handed hitter climbs back into the box. Myers out of the stretch. The pitch, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Would you like fries with that? 12 in a row for the Crew. 12-5, your final. The Brewers with their second longest winning streak in the regular season in franchise history. A team for the ages, the 2025 Milwaukee Brewers, and they are not even close to being done yet. The Brewers sweep the Pirates. It's a perfect homestand. Win number 76 on the season. And they will wash, rinse, repeat, and try to do it again on Friday in Cincinnati against the Reds. 12 straight wins for the Brewers. A team that has captured this city and has magic in the air everywhere they go. Fourth consecutive series sweep for the Crew. We are back to tell you all about it after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
I'm Pat Dunphy of Canada Dunphy. You know, every Major League Baseball team has the same goal, and that's to win the World Series. To do it, they have to have something special. Well, for 40 years, Canada Dunphy has had something special, and we've been winning for our clients. So if you've been hurt and you need help,
a good effort.
Flores y el viernes.
Behind a shallow left. Ramos in a couple of steps, just sort of measuring it up, and he'll make the one-handed catch for out number 2. Cronenworth back to first base. Tatis coming.